Hey, what's going on, Jagonauts? It is Jager or Jay, and welcome back to CrazyCraft 3.0 once again today, guys. Now, today I've got my wizard hat on because I want to take a solid, in-depth look at the Witchery mod. It looks really awesome. I did a whole bunch of research on it, and it looks like we can have some really cool applications for it, especially on the server. We can probably even do some pranks with it, but it's going to take me a while to get to that stage. At the moment, today we're just going to be looking at the very basics of it because I've done a bit of research, as I said, and it looks very confusing, but we're going to try and take it step by step, get through it, and make it as clear and easy to understand as possible. But before we get into today's episode, I want to show you guys what I was working on since last episode. As you guys know, we were doing an aquarium last episode, and I went ahead and finished it up off screen. I went ahead and got all the glass. It took so much glass, it was insane, but have a look. It looks really cool. It kind of adds something. It adds a nice view to the house. I did have to cage up Kyogre, so we're gonna have to spawn him back in as well, but I'll show you guys what I've done. It looks really awesome. It's like tripled in volume, and I've moved it over just a little bit, but it's huge, and I can't wait to add Kyogre back in. Now, I couldn't quite fix the ice situation, so I was like, Jay, what can we do here? I know what I can do. I can make lemonade out of lemons. So what I did, I mined up a whole bunch of the ice with the Silk Touch pick, and I kind of made an entire top layer of ice. So it's kind of like the ice caps in the North Pole, pretty much where a whale would be found, essentially. So, or a humpback whale, or the killer whales. I'm not sure which whale. I think they're the killer whales that are out there. But anyway, it looks really cool. It's pretty much like the North Pole in the aquarium. I've added some sand to the bottom, and I also added this glowstone, the glowstone layer, chiseled glowstone to the bottom. It kind of looks like coral, so it adds a nice little feature to the aquarium. I do want to fix up this area as well. I didn't even finish off the floor, but it looks really cool, and I also added in, as you can tell, this little viewing area from below. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in here right now. If the water doesn't come in, it does. Oh well, never mind. We're just going to go in here really quickly, and we're going to spawn in some of these little new little creatures, little pets, if you will, that I found in the goodie room. Obviously, we're going to spawn in Kyogre again. Kyogre, welcome to your new home, buddy. This is where you're going to live for a while. Hopefully you don't drown, because you still technically, whales do need to come up and get air. Hopefully you can still get air. I didn't even think about that, but anyway, hopefully he still lives. Now, I only got one of each of these, the goldfish, the flounder, and the cloud shark. We're just going to pretend he's a normal shark. I only got one of each of those guys because I don't actually have any zookeeper shards, so I can't keep them in. They're going to despawn regardless, but I want to show you guys what it's going to look like, and I want to see if they're going to die. Ooh, the cloud shark's actually living. That is excellent. Because he's a cloud shark, I expected him almost to drown in the water, but that is sick. Now, I am actually living underwater. I don't know why. I'm getting, as you can see up the top left from the buffs, I do have water breathing, and I'm not sure what I'm getting it from. I'm not sure if it's from the backpack or from the ocelot pets. It doesn't actually show that he gives water breathing, but someone's giving me water breathing, which is excellent. Now the flounder, let's see what he looks like. Yes, that's him. I remember him so clearly from last season. He looks so epic. Now, oh no, he's gonna, I hope he doesn't get out there and die. Now, they're all going to despawn because I don't... Oh no, there's the cloud shark. I thought he may have died. They're all going to despawn once we leave the area because I don't have zookeeper shards, as I mentioned. But they're looking really cool. And let's add this spawn goldfish. Let's add the goldfish to the mix as well. Have a look. We got a sick aquarium going. Just imagine... Okay, there's a cloud shark. I keep thinking he's dying. Just imagine a whole aquarium filled with these things. We're going to get out of here for today and just cage that back up before the cloud shark escapes. I thought he escaped, but he didn't, which is excellent. That is sick. So I hope they enjoy their little aquarium. I think it looks really good. Now, what I forgot to grab is just a quick shovel. I want to grab a shovel really quickly and just finish off the bottom layer of the aquarium there. Or I could do that off screen. Let's see. I really want to dive into the Witchery mod today, so I'm just going to quickly mine up the bottom, add a little bit of chiseled marble to the bottom, and then we can just call it a day. Because, as I said, the Witchery mod is very time-consuming, and I want to dive into it in this episode. So let's just mine up this. I did not want to. I didn't want to mine up the sand. My bad. Let's just grab that. Let's swap that out, and the sand can just go back there so that the water doesn't come in. Sweet. Let's just quickly chisel some marble and have a look at, oops, we want that guy. Have a look at what it looks like. See if there's any cool chiseled marble. Now this marble I've been using pretty much everywhere, so I wanted to see if there was any other chiseled marble. Still my favorite block, so we're going to go with that. Maybe I'll have like a border of chiseled marble, and then the interior can just be normal marble. I think that may be what is going to be the go. Yeah, I think that's what's going to be the go for today. But yeah, this is going to take way too long just because I don't want to accidentally mine up any sand and then make it a bigger mission than it has to be. So I might just quickly finish off this little spot here, and then what we're going to do... does this bottom area look decent with chiseled marble? No, I really don't like it. I don't like the whole floor being covered in chiseled marble, so that's fine. Oh, thank God! I thought that was either a dead creature that we just spawned in, like a dead pet, or some trapped dirt, which I thought was going to be a huge problem. But luckily, we were about to grab it. But anyway, Kyogre, you've got a nice little home there. You're sharing it with a few sharks and goldfish and flounders. I hope you enjoy. But guys, let's get into the Witchery mod today. I don't exactly know where I'm going to I don't know where I'm going to set down this Witchery area. I did a bunch of research, and it looks like it requires a lot, or not a lot of area per se, but a lot of resources to make it look good. So I do need to put the glowstone back in, but we're just going to put it up here for now, and Chisel can go away wherever he is. Whatever, we'll leave that there. Empty critter cage, glass, all of that stuff can just go away. And we can call it a day there. So I want to, first things first, what we got to make for the Witchery mod is something called the Witch's Oven. I think. I thought, oh yeah, definitely oven, if I can spell it correctly. Witch's Oven, that thing there. Now, it's very simple to make, and basically the whole Witchery mod revives or centers around the Witch's Oven. So let's go ahead and quickly make that. Pretty sure I should have all the resources down here in one of these. Do I have any bars? No, I don't. Now, is iron going to be a jag today, or is it going to do it correctly? 1 iron equals 9 iron ingots. That is perfect. That is what I want to see. It's not going to be a jag, so what we'll do, quickly grab some iron bars, and if I remember correctly, it was like that. Cool. So this thing here, the Witch's Oven. Let's see what it looks like. Looks pretty cool. It's not going to fit. Oh, good. For a second, I thought you couldn't break it. I don't think it's going to fit in upstairs at the actual kitchen. Let's see. No, I don't like that in here. I don't think it's going to work in here. We're going to have to find a spot for it, but for today, we might just put it down here in the open here. We're going to have to find a proper spot for it. Okay, so now that we've got the Witch's Oven, I want to make a few things in today's episode. I need to make some clay jars. Now, probably should have thought about this before, because I don't actually think I have any clay on me. Please tell me I'm lying and I actually do have a bunch of clay in here. In before I'm blind, I don't think I have any clay. Great. Okay, we're just going to have to go and grab some clay. Don't think I have any. Nope, doesn't look like it. So we're just going to go and grab some clay real quick. Shouldn't take too long. And then I can grab some of the clay bottles, and then we can smelt them and get some clay jars or whatever it was. We need them for pretty much everything in the Witchery mod, as it turns out. So I do want to grab a whole bunch of this. So I probably won't need that much, to be honest, if they're just made by 4 bits of clay. Which is pretty simple. So we can just if we grab a stack, we can probably make about 8. 4 times 8 is 64. Yeah, probably about 8 of the jars, which is fine if my math is not incorrect. So let's just go ahead and smelt. We don't even need to smelt it up, actually. Yes, we do. We do need to smelt it up, actually. Oh, okay, that's how you do it. So 4 bits of clay actually makes 4 soft clay jars, and then you smelt the soft clay jars up, and you only get 1... No, you still get 4 clay jars. So my math was incorrect, but that's fine, because that means we will benefit from having more clay. Excellent. So we're going to get over a stack of clay jars. That is hype as hell. Let's just separate them into half and half and put them in the furnace. Now they do that. That's pretty much you pretty much need this for the Witchery mod. You pretty much need it for everything. So for every kind of, I'll show you guys, if we just go at Witchery, like that, these clay jars you pretty much need to make every sort of crafting recipe you can think of. So let's just say you want to make a popper shelf. Okay, for that actual recipe, you don't need any jars, but when you go to make these attuned stones, this thing here, the attuned stone, you actually need the whiff of magic, which requires a clay jar. So it's pretty confusing, but I'm going to try and run you guys through it as simply and straightforward as I can. Let's just grab some actual jars out, and I'll show you guys what I need. So we're going to put these in the witch's oven. This is basically the bottle for any kind of potion or diamond vapor or anything, any kind of ritual you need. So I also need some coal, because we need some coal to cook some stuff up. So let's just grab some coal. And now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. This is where I'm a little bit confused about, but what we want to make today is something called mutandis, I believe. Mutandis. I don't know if I spelled it correctly. I guess not. Oh wait, that's probably why we don't want that. We want mutandis. So this stuff here, now in order to make that, we need eggs, we need exhale of the honored one, which in order to do that we need to smelt some oak saplings in the witch's oven, and that will give us wood ash and the exhale of the horned one, I hope. So do I have any oak saplings? Probably not. I never thought about going ahead and Oh, would you look at that? Apparently we've got some oak saplings, which is excellent. Excellent. So if I smelt some of this up, we should hopefully get an exhale of the horned one, I believe, which is what we're going to need in order to make some mutandis. Fingers crossed that's correct. Okay, sick. So we did get a few exhale of the horned ones. I just let it quickly smelt up a little bit, and we got 5, and we just got the 6th one there. So it looks like we don't get 1 for 1. It looks like it's 1 in every 5 or 6, or maybe it's random. But we got 23 wood ash, and we got 7 exhale of the horned one, which is excellent because we need that to make the mutandis. Now we also need, oh fudge, the witch's cauldron. I don't actually have the Witch's Cauldron, but we can look into making that in just a moment anyway. So we also need the egg and also the Mandrake root. So in order to get the Mandrake root, we can only get that one way. So we need to try and get, I don't think I have any of these things. They're Mandrake seeds, I believe. Mandrake, I spelt it wrong. These things here, the Mandrake seeds. So I definitely don't think I have any of them, because whenever I found some, I didn't know what it was and I just threw them out. So that's okay. We can just go searching for some Mandrake seeds right here, right now. What was I going to grab? Oh yeah, I wanted to grab some bones for bone meal. So we'll just grab 16 of them so we can get 64 bone meal. If my maths, no, 48, doesn't matter, maths was not correct. I thought we got 4 instead of 3. But anyway, we can go do that right now. I want to go looking for these Mandrake seeds. Now, in order to do them, you've just got to break the grass, and they have a chance, you have a chance of getting the Mandrake seeds. Now, I also got these Snowbell seeds and these tomato seeds. So that's not actually part of the mod, but the Snowbell seeds are. So I do need them for certain recipes. But not the recipe that I am looking for today. So let's just grab some of this bone meal the grass, see if we can get any of these Mandrake seeds, because I do need to plant them. Cocoa bean, we don't really, coffee bean actually, we don't really need that. Mandrake, or no, we got strawberry seeds this time. Interesting, and still not what I want, and still not part of the right mod. So let's keep going. What was that? They Mandrake seeds? Belladonna seeds. So they are more seeds that we need for the mod as well. Still not the seeds that we want. So if I we got a peanut. So if I quickly go and show you, we go to the Witchery mod again. So it was in here before, I saw somewhere, these things here. So you can get Belladonna seeds, Mandrake seeds is what we actually want. You can also get water artichoke seeds, wormwood seeds, and snowbell seeds. So they're the 5 lots of seeds you can get. And so far we've got 2 out of the 5, and not the one that I actually want. So Mandrake seed. Didn't think it was actually a rare one or anything, but apparently it doesn't want to come in. So let's just quickly speed this process up a little bit and try and find the actual Mandrake seed that we're after. No, 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 that's not what I want. Mandrake seed. Fudge, I honestly didn't think it was this this rare. I thought it was very, very common, because I'm pretty sure I got a whole bunch of them throughout the series, and I didn't know what it was, so I just threw them away. So I'm kind of face-palming a little bit now, but I wish I knew what it was in hindsight before I threw them out. But anyway, wow, Mandrake seed. Oh, is that one? Get rid of the rice. Water artichoke seed. So literally everything except for the mandrake seed. Next question, please. Didn't mean to pick them back up. We'll throw them off the edge. Strawberry, don't really want. Peanuts, don't really want. Coffee beans, really don't want. And rice, definitely don't want. Okay. Oh my god, I just picked up the same thing. Silly me. Tomato seeds, go. Next question, please. Come on, mandrake seeds. Now, these mandrake seeds, they're very, very cool and very, very weird at the same time. I really can't wait to show you them. I've just got to flip and find one first, but I really can't wait to show you them. Holy moly. Mandrake, is that it? No, it's a belladonna seed. God damn it. Mandrake seed, come out wherever you are. Alright, guys. Because this is extremely ridiculous, I'm just going to quickly find some mandrake seeds. What's that? Garlic. Huh. Maybe that's part of the mod as well, keeping away the vampires and stuff. I actually didn't know there was anything called garlic, but we'll just get rid of that for now. Hopefully that won't come back to bite me in the butt later on if I need it or something. I really hope not. Maybe we got to find normal grass for mandrake seeds. I don't think so. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Mr. Zombie, if you somehow steal my mandrake seeds, I'm going to be very, very salty. Please go away. Was that a mandrake seed? Tomato seed. I'm going to get so flippin' frustrated. Anyway, I'm going to try to find them, guys, and I'll meet you back here in just a moment. Alright, finally got this dang mandrake seed. It took so flippin' long. So basically, the moral of the story is if you ever find mandrake seeds, keep them, because they're going to become useful one day. So let's just quickly use them for what I was trying to get them for. Let's just plant them down here. Now, if you don't know what it is, you might be in for a real surprise. Now, there's a small chance that something weird can happen after you plant these mandrake seeds, and I want to see if that is going to happen. So, I don't really want the wheat. You can go away. Ready, guys? I don't know if you're prepared for this, but ready? We're just going to bone meal this up a little bit. There we go. That's a fully grown mandrake, and what we want to do, we want to break it. Now, this could go one of two ways. If you've seen Harry Potter, you may have an idea of what's about to happen, but let's give it a test. Oh yes, check it out. There it is. There's the Mandrake, 160 health. Oh fudge. He also gives you nausea for how long? 10 seconds or so, and he also yells at you. So what you want to do, obviously kill him pretty quickly, and he drops the Mandrake root, which is excellent. That is what I was looking for. I do also want to replant the mandrake seeds. Yeah, I got 2 of them that time. Sweet. Let's quickly replant them and try and get another mandrake root just in case we need it. So let's go ahead, do that, and break it. Now, I'm pretty sure that's like a 1 in 2 chance that you're going to get the mandrake. So both times I just got the mandrake. Please go away. Thank you. Did you drop a second mandrake root? You did. Excellent. Oh, that nausea really annoying me right now. And last but definitely not near. Wow. 3 out of 3. I thought it was like a 1 in 2 chance of getting the mandrake, but apparently they're pretty flippin' common, so that's fine. We got 3 mandrake roots from that. That is excellent. We only really needed 1, but just in case for the future. Now I'm just going to place them down for now. Actually, I might as well place all of them down just for now, because we can get some of them growing. So the water artichoke, I believe you can only get water artichokes to grow on the water. So that's really cool. I can get these growing on the water, all 3 of them. I can also plant the snowbell and also the belladonna seeds, which I'm going to need in the future. And I believe that's all the seeds I got. Why not plant some strawberry seeds? Honestly, why not? It's not for the mod, but it's still, we can get some strawberries out of it. So I guess we can do that. Cool, and I kind of want to see what these water ones, the water artichoke ones look like. That is so cool. They actually grow on the water. That is actually really hype. I actually really like that. So what did I get? Water artichoke globes. So we can make a water protection poppet out of that. We can make a tree-fied seed, a triffid seed. I don't really know what that is, but we're probably going to need that at some point. As I said, I'm not the I don't know everything about this mod. I'm still looking into it, but there we go. We're just planting that back down, and we'll get going because I want to make some of this Mutandis before the end of today's episode, because that is pretty much what you need for every aspect of this mod. There's some things that you can only get... Please tell me all of those guys are still alive and haven't despawned. At least Kyogre. I really want Kyogre to still be alive. Please tell him... Oh, he's despawned. So even giving him a name tag, he didn't stay in. So I definitely need some Zookeeper shards to keep these guys in. We're going to have to get Kyogre next episode, or we're going to have to get him back and then get some Zookeeper shards at some point. That's really disappointing. But anyway, I need to work out how to make the Cauldron. That's something that I didn't actually expect I needed. Because I thought I could make it a different way. But in order to make the Mutandis, I do need to get the... No, that's not the Mutandis. Where's the Mutandis at? I can't even see it. That's Wormwood. That's not Mutandis. Mutandis, there are no... I keep thinking the Spanish moss. There it is, Mutandis. So, I need to put it in a Witch's Cauldron. Why is the mod that I was looking at? It didn't show me that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to quickly figure out how to do that, and I'll be right back and get this Mutandis up and going. Alright, awesome guys, so I've figured out how to get the Cauldron. I've just got to make this thing here, which is the Witch's Cauldron. Now, it doesn't actually have a crafting recipe, and that's because you can't actually make it in normal Minecraft. No, you can't. You have to actually do a little bit of a spell on it kind of thing. I mean, it makes sense. We're doing witchery stuff. We need to make a Witch's Cauldron. It can't just be a normal cauldron, and in order to make it, you've got to make something called Anointed Paste, and in order to make Anointed Paste, you need to get these seeds that I just went ahead and planted, and luckily I actually found all of those seeds while I was looking for the Mandrake root, or the Mandrake seeds, because we actually need all of them right here, right now. So let's go like that. You make all of these seeds, and this gives you the anointing paste. Now, what you got to do, you got to make a normal cauldron rather, a normal Minecraft cauldron. So what we're going to do, we're going to make one of them, and that way we just do like a little bit of a spell on it, I guess you could say. We put it down, use the anointing paste on it, and voila, it turns into a Witch's Cauldron, which is really, really awesome. Now, I can't leave it here because I learned how to use it, and you can't use it inside the house. Well, technically I could use it inside the house, but I need to boil the water, and in order to do that, I need to make it so that it's on top of something. So it's a little bit confusing, but it'll make sense. It'll make sense in just a moment. Let's put that down there. Now I've got to make some flint and steel to boil the water, and I also want to grab some netherrack if I have any. I do, good, because I want like an infinite water source underneath. Thankfully I've got one bit of, or infinite fire underneath rather. Thankfully I've got one bit of flint, so I can make a flint and steel. That was very convenient. Okay, so... in order to do this, I want to just mine out this and mine out that spot there. We'll place the flint down. Oops, that's not what I want. Place the flint down underneath so we can get like an infinite little fire source happening. And also, I want to set fire to the rain. But no, set fire to that to make the cauldron. Now, I've got to also get a water bucket, if I'm not mistaken, and fill up the cauldron with water. Now, this ritual is so cool. But if this is any kind of indication of how complicated this mod is, it's kind of scary, not gonna lie. So there we go. We'll fill that up a little bit. We'll fill that up. We'll fill that up all the way to the top. How many water buckets is it gonna take? 3. Okay, so it takes 3 water buckets, and awesome. So that is the Witch's Cauldron. Now that it's boiling, we can add in ingredients and turn it into basically items that we want. So I've got what I originally wanted to make was the Mutandis. So if I remember how to craft that, it's just going to be egg, exhale of horned one, and the Mandrake root all in the one cauldron. So let's just add that all in as we go. Let's just grab the last egg, that last piece of recipe that we need, which is the egg. Let's throw it in, and hopefully it's gonna work correctly. Okay, cool. Oh wow, so I just queued the witches, I just queued the Mandrake obviously, and you can see that one of the Mandrake roots has gone into the Witch's Cauldron. Let's throw in a egg as well. We're kind of making like breakfast if you ask me. Eggs Benedict if you will. Why isn't that going into the cauldron? Doesn't seem to want to go. Let's chuck in the egg. If we can get the egg in, that would be nice. And let's chuck in the exhale of the horned one. Is that in there? I think that's in there. And let's chuck in the egg as well. Oh yes, it's working. I think it's working. That definitely looks like it's working if you ask me. Oh my god, is this... Are we gonna get it? Maybe the egg didn't... Oh yes, it worked. Oh, excellent. There we go, Mutandis. We finally got it after all that time. We got some Mutandis. So... guys, I didn't expect it to take that long, but unfortunately it did. So we're going to have to look into the Mutandis next episode and look into the stuff that we can use with the Mantandis next episode as well. We can pretty much craft everything with the Mutandis. And we basically need that to craft certain items throughout the Witchery mod. Guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. The Witchery mod is a little bit complicated, but we're going to have to keep on diving into it next episode as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure you take care, and Jaeger out. Bye, guys.